Alright, we're back at the main 27 trailhead. There's Hawk. And apparently the second board here is a doozy. Wobbly. Woohoo, she's a wobbly. Alright. Got a big day today. Hey guys, good morning. We're headed up to Crockers. We're gonna hit 200 miles today. And it is supposed to be a low around 30 with 45 mile an hour wind gusts tonight. So we'll see how that goes. That's it. We made it over the Bigelows. We went to Hostel, Maine. And then, oh yeah, yesterday I took a 0 day. So there is no day 16. All right, I'll check back with you guys. What did I say, like a little over 4 miles to get to the summit of Crocker. And then I'll check back in. My right ankle was absolutely killing me by the end of the day when I came down off the Bigelows. And that's why I took a 0. I needed to go get some new shoes at Shaw's. So we drove 2 hours back to Monson, bought a pair of Ultra Olympus, but I got a 9.5 instead of the 8.5 that I normally wear, because actually those shoes that I had got out of the hiker box that fit me were actually a 9.5, and they fit great. And then when I destroyed those and had to put on an old pair of my Olympus, they were an 8.5, and they didn't feel too small, but my feet were killing me, so that's the only thing I can think. And now I have these on. They are a different model. These are the 5s, which is what I started in, 5s. And then I tried to wear the 4s for a little while, and they're like cutting into that ankle and just making my whole foot hurt. So switched up to the 9.5s in the 5 model, and seems to be feeling really good so far. Although when I went over the Bigelows, I was really good until I got to about Horns Pond, so like the last 5 miles of my day. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hawk hates mornings. He doesn't like getting up early. And I was really struggling to get up and get motivated. And he jumped right up this morning when he heard me getting ready and helped get me out the door by my goal. And that's so sweet. It really helps. I'm so fogged up, I can only see out one lens. I gotta get some of that cat crap stuff that you rub on there, and then they don't fog up. I haven't found it anywhere. It's really good stuff. Alright, just out here thinking about how lucky I am. And also just read through some of your comments, and that also reminds me how lucky I am. So thanks everybody for following along, and I really appreciate it. It's very motivational, that's for sure. I'm definitely nervous about going through the whites. Just waiting to see what the weather is looking like. Oh, I'm so sweaty right now, you guys. I'm trying out these merino leggings to see if they keep my legs warmer, too warm. I don't know. They're okay. Probably not good with the tall socks. One or the other, maybe. Alright, I'll check back later. Okay, you guys. You know what is like truly trail magic is when my phone pings and I look and it's a donation from Medicine Man. Thank you so much, Medicine Man. And yeah, out here, I think that's as close as y'all can get to doing trail magic from the comfort of your home. And I appreciate it so much, you guys. I ate those eggs from Mike Mahaney. They're so good, but like, I have to force feed myself. I don't know what it is right now. Unless it's candy. I don't just want to eat sugar. So, I'm trying to eat better. I am eating nuts, even though I hate them. Peanut butter's better. And you guys are giving me some really great suggestions, so I can't thank you enough. Thanks again, Medicine Man, for your online trail magic. That is so awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm steaming up. I'm almost to the summit, so I'll check back with you all then. Okay, bye. And just like that, we kind of walked into everything's wet and drippy. So it feels like it's raining, but it's really just coming off the trees. And as I walk by, the branches that are touching my legs are making these leggings soaking wet. So just trying really hard to stay dry. And the leaves are slippery. There are no real views. It's pretty cloudy. And that's where we're at. I did get a new thermometer. This one's a little bit easier to read. So I don't know if that's accurate because it was tucked into this pocket, so it might be picking up some of my body heat. But I'll leave it hanging out here and see if it adjusts in a minute. I forgot to say, or I was confused when I said, day 16 was a 0 day. So today is day 17. And if you don't know what a 0 day is, it's a day that you do 0 miles. So 0 day, no video for yesterday, day 16. Oh yeah, I have this hat on, but it was getting hot, so I rolled it all up. Okay. We're in the clouds. All right, look at that. We made it 5.2. We're sitting on North Crocker, and South Crocker's 1 mile away. This keeps flapping. All right, let's go here. Back into the trees. We only popped out there for a second. Here's what it looks like. see what this says. Somebody's water bottle. Alright, we made it 6.2 miles. And we got 2.1 to the Caribou Valley Road, which is where I'm going to try to take a break. This is very, very pretty. These layers of moss and lichen. So cool. And we're getting some views. But most of the foliage is gone. Alright, let's head down here to the road. And there's a stream so I can get water, make some lunch, and then move on to the shelter. And then if I'm still feeling good, I'll push another 3 or 4 miles to a campsite. That's the plan. My ankle is feeling really good so far, you guys. Really good. Alright, 1 mile to that road. 6.2 to the first lean-to. Then we'll reevaluate. And there's a campsite here. But I'm just going to grab some water. Well, I got these meat sticks from Pineapple. And she left all those goodies at the Hostel of Maine. Here's a picture. It's really good. And I also have cheese sticks today, hard-boiled eggs, the cheese cracker, cheese-filled sandwiches things, and a lot of other stuff. You guys have been giving me some great ideas. I will be probably getting my final resupply in Gorham for Wild Hawks with me anyways. And then after we're through the whites, we'll just have a bump box that will move ahead on trail, and then I'll hike to it and be able to get more stuff, but also I can always hitchhike to stores and stuff. So yeah, but I'm not anticipating a lot of hostels being open because I'm out of season. Like even the huts in the whites are closed down mostly now. So yeah, that changes the game. Oh hey, they're having a hiker feed Saturday, September 6th. Alright, it looks like Spaulding Mountain is 4.4 ahead of us. And we've come 8.3 from Main 27. It's almost noon. Excuse me, noon. This is the Caribou Valley Road that takes you have to hike down like a mile to get to the parking lot. And then you can get out to Route 27. Just another trail sign behind me. Looks like somebody camped here last night. And this is cool. Boom, we're going back in the woods. I'm gonna take a break down here at the stream. All right. Let's do this. Well, I'm getting there. I just came up this. It's pretty steep. Okay, my ankle is starting to hurt, so I'm just taking it easy. Those birch trees are really pretty in there. Ugh, my ankle. It's sore. Maybe I won't push past the lean-to. We'll just go to the lean-to and eat some dinner and rest up and see how we do. 200 miles. We're really not there yet, but that's the 2,000 mile marker for the Nobos. And we'll be there in a minute. Alright. You can take a Blue Blaze trail to Sugarloaf Mountain. It's half a mile that way. And then it's 2.5 miles all the way to the base lodge. Spaulding Mountain is 2.1 ahead of us. And Highway 4, where we'll be meeting Hawk 2 days from now, is 21.6 miles ahead. Alright, let's go. And just after the summit of Spalding Mountain is the lean-to, so it's only, 2.5, 3 miles to the lean-to, I think. So that's where we'll be taking a break, possibly ending our day. We'll see what time it is. I think it's about 2 o'clock right now. And Sugarloaf is up behind us. Okay. Okay, guys. That's what's ahead of us. Just past the 200 mile mark for Sobos. Yay, we've come 200 miles, you guys. Might be falling apart slowly, but we're doing it. My ankle's hanging in there. The terrain improved a little bit. I mean, it definitely feels sore, but we've only got less than 2 miles to the lean-to. And then we'll eat dinner and see how much time we've got left tonight. Okay, we're looking back at Sugarloaf. Let me zoom you in. So you can see the tower up there. That's Sugarloaf. Yeah. It's calm for a minute. All right. I put my thermometer up here for a more accurate reading that doesn't, it's not affected by my body temperature. And it says it's 35 degrees. And we're almost to the shelter. So we're gonna eat dinner real quick and then push on 3.5 more miles to the campsite. That's the plan. That's really fresh. It's right in front of the shelter here. All right. We've come 1.1 from that lean-to we were trying to eat at, but it was really windy and chilly. And 1.1 in front of us is Lone Mountain. I'm just eating my dinner while I walk to my campsite because it was chilly, so I just wanted to get moving. But I ate it all. So, yeah. Just a couple more miles up to these campsites and hope that they work out for us. Lone Mountain. All right. There's a little tent site here. Nope. It's about 5 o'clock. We've got not very far. I don't know how far. Mile or two max to this campsite, and hopefully if it's hammocks, not just tents. We'll see. Alright, you guys, I found a campsite. That's so bright. And see-through. That's awesome. I hung my food bag over that way down this little woods road, and now I am going to sleep. Alright, good night, guys. Okay, I am in my hammock now. We had a 16.8-mile day to this campsite, and we started at Main 27, so over the Crockers, Spaulding, and Lonesome Mountain. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll probably do roughly the same, whatever the mileage is, out to Route 4, and then we'll be there in 2 days instead of 3. So that's the plan. We'll come right into the parking lot at Route 4 where Hawk will be parked. My ankle bothered me for a while until I took a break at that shelter, and then it was a lot better after that. It's not really sore right now. I think it was just because I hadn't taken a break, so yeah, I wouldn't have pushed on to this spot if it was really hurting. I would have stayed at that lean-to. So, all in all, pretty great day. I will talk to you guys in the morning. Have a good night.